Bears fans, urgent update Hollis Hall is hot tonight, and the board just shifted. The conversation isn't about if Chicago makes a defensive swing. It's about how far the front office is willing to go to finish the line and flip close games our way. I'm bringing you the real picture, where the interior is leaking yards and time, what the money actually lets us do, the kind of package other teams would respect, and the one name that turns pressures into panic for opposing quarterbacks. Stay locked in, this is moving fast, and it changes. Sundays, here's what you're getting from me right now. I'm laying out how the current roster. Construction invites offenses to climb the pocket on third down. Why that cannot be our reality in November and December. What a truer gap enforcer does to the math for our edges and linebackers. And the price range that gets a general manager to stop pretending and actually pick up the phone. You'll see the path, the timeline, and the on-field blueprint. No fluff, no stalling. Start where the game is decided. Inside. Chicago's edges have tightened, the arc is wider, the pursuit is cleaner, the rush lanes have discipline, but too many snaps still end with the quarterback stepping up into daylight. That's the heartbreak down after down. Tackles get washed past the spot. The guard rides our 3-tech just enough. And 3rd and 7 turns into a fluky scramble or a check down that makes it 4th and short instead of a punt team jog. You can't blitz forever. The league will punish it. You saw this by winning from the nose out and turning pockets into caves. The window is screaming at us. Rookie contract quarterback runway, cornerstone edge already paid, cornerback room ascending, and a back 7 that reads faster every week when the rush is honest. Add one premium interior piece and the identity locks in 4-man heat, rally and tackle, cold-blooded red zone defense. That travels. That shows up in January without begging for turnovers, and I'm not chasing names. I'm talking function. We need a tackle who takes double teams personally, resets the line of scrimmage a yard backwards, and still flashes one-on-one violence when coordinators try to save the edges with chips and slides. We need batted balls, tipped throws, guards who tap their helmets after 8 snaps because the hands they're fighting are heavier and faster than anything they drilled all week. We need a problem offenses can't hide with cadence and protection tricks. Watch how everything around that changes. Montez Sweat's gains hit harder TE twists stop being nice and become unblockable. Gervin Dexter Sr. gets true cleanups because the center's eyes are glued to a monster, not peeking for loops. Your nickel corner now plays with outside leverage and confidence because the ball is arriving on our clock, not theirs. Your second level breaks on routes, not on wishful thinking, because the quarterback's platform has gone out now the part that matters in real life, money and picks. You can do this because the cap is built for it right now. You're paying for elite defense at the most irreplaceable spot up front, while your quarterback is ascending on a cost-controlled track. You're not robbing the future. You're trading 2 lottery tickets for a sure thing who makes the rest of your defense better on every snap. The budget can eat the year 1 number. The structure is manageable when you prioritize your own extensions and keep mid-tier deals clean. This is a green light window, not a someday window dot, so what exactly is on the table? Across the league, there are maybe 5 interior linemen who truly move the game, not just the stat sheet. One of them is in a situation where timing, compensation, and direction could pry open a conversation. If you've been around this team long enough, you can feel it analytics shifting weight toward interior wins, scouts doubling back on guard tape, whispers about finishing the front instead of patching the edges. You connect those dots because they're real, not because it's fun. Clock's ticking. This is the kind of swing you make before everyone else admits they need the same thing. You don't leave it to market drift. You decide your ceiling, set your line, and you go. If the price is there, you move now and let the group marinate into the playoffs. If it isn't, you pivot to depth and keep your powder dry. But standing still isn't a plan. It's a hope. And hope isn't a pass rush. Here's where I stop hinting and start naming. The pursuit on my board tonight is Jeffrey Bernard Simmons Jr. This is the caliber of player you clear your desk for. This is a top-tier interior destroyer with torque in his hands, a first step that folds guards in half, and the leverage to forklift the pocket even when he doesn't win clean. Slide to him, and you feed your edges. Leave him one-on-one, and he ruins the play design. There's no gimmick in his tape, just certified. Repeatable violence. Drop Jeffrey Simmons into our room and watch the geometry of the NFC North flip. Early downs become bare looks that choke the run and force second and long. Where our simulated pressures sing, third down turns into a game of how fast can the QB get rid of the ball? Not, can he find a step-up lane? Red zone? Good luck. A condensed field with a pocket that can't climb is a field goal factory. And those hidden points are exactly how you string together wins in bad weather when the schedule gets honest. Let's talk feasible costs. And I'll be straight. You're not stealing him. You're buying certainty. A package that makes sense looks like a 2026 first-rounder, a 2027 second with escalators based on playtime or honors, and a depth piece that makes their room cheaper and younger. If they want simplicity, you put protections on a future first and shake hands. It stings. It should sting. But two futures for a prime engine at the most important spot on defense. That's the kind of math you do when you want to be dangerous right now without faking your window. Usage the minute he lands. He's the thermostat. Base fronts with Simmons as the anchor, Dexter as the surge, Sweat terrorizing edges. Third down packages with Simmons crashing B-gap to pull both interior blockers, freeing gains and isolations for everyone else. 2-minute defense with him aligned over the weaker guard to collapse climb lanes on mobile quarterbacks. Short yardage becomes a dare. We get lower, we move you back, and we take the ball. There are risks. I won't sell you a fairy tale. You invest big and April gets lighter on day one capital. Big men need disciplined maintenance. You manage snaps so December legs punch. Flags can stack if the cadence gets twitchy in loud buildings. And yes, timing matters. You want this done early enough to integrate calls and cadence so the payoff is real in the stretch. But the trade-offs live in the margins, while the upside lives in the core identity of how we win. Now overlay identity, and this is why I'm loud about it. Chicago defense. When it's Chicago defense wins rushing for, tackling through contact, and breaking on the ball because the quarterback never sets his feet. Simmons is not a luxury ad. He's a philosophy ad. He tells your locker room the rebuild is over and the standard is back. He makes your safeties more aggressive, your corners more smug, and your offensive coordinator more relaxed because fields tilt in your favor when drives die early. Game flow changes too. Shorter fields for Caleb Williams means simpler calls late, more carries to Salt leads, and fewer hero ball throws into tight windows. Special teams benefit from hidden yardage off 3 and outs. Your whole week feels lighter when you can count on interior truth. That's the part casuals miss and lifers feel in their bones. A great 3 tech doesn't just make plays, he makes everyone else's job easier. Then braver dots, so where do I land? If the ass stays in the 1 first plus a premium sweetener ban and medicals are clean, I'm greenlighting Jeffrey Simmons to Chicago. The cap can handle it without strangling our own extensions. The football case is right, and the locker room message is exactly the one I want printed on every wall in Lake Forest. If someone tries to turn this into 2 unprotected firsts plus a core young starter, I walk. Otherwise, finish the front. Make teams dread second down. Make quarterbacks feel cold in September. Now, it's your turn. Drop your threshold in the comments. Would you move a 2026 first and a conditional 2027 second for Jeffrey Bernard Simmons Jr.? Or do you hold and hunt the draft? Which third down package are you calling first with 98 on the field? TE twist with Sweat or straight isolations to test their right guard's courage. I want the pulse of this fan base on record tonight. Final word. Clean and professional. The Bears turning premium assets into a prime Jeffrey. Simmons is the kind of decisive roster bet that shifts the NFC North ceiling immediately. If the number stays sane, make the call, sign the paperwork, and let the rest of the conference figure it out. If you value this kind of no-nonsense breakdown, lock in with me, subscribe to Bears News Fan Report, hit the notifications, and share this with the fan in your life who watches guard. Tape at 2 a.m., I'll keep you ahead of the curve with fast updates and clear analysis the moment the needle moves.